The history of Britain's relationship with the Middle East since 1945 tends to encourage certain assumptions. Britain ruled Palestine and Aden, was kingmaker in Iraq, Jordan and Egypt, a powerful influence over Oman and the Gulf states. The region was important before the war as an imperial security for British India, important after the war for oil, and yet Britain lost her influence in the face of Jewish and Arab nationalism. James Barr's new book, Lords of the Desert, emphasises the role of the USA in weakening British influence. The closest ally was the real enemy, as from Alamein to Suez, Aden to Iran, the Americans worked openly and clandestinely to undermine British power in the Middle East. Booker Prize winner Howard Jacobson delivers a love story in his latest novel. He's never obvious, so in Live a Little, his lovers are in their 90s. She is forgetful, keen on embroidery and skillful at tormenting her condescending carers. He is quite the catch, capable of managing his own shirt buttons, upright without a stick and good at talking without spitting, the most eligible nonagenarian bachelor. As always, Jacobson is sensitive and witty, always funny without being cruel, and as he's getting on a bit himself, a good reminder that there's much living to be done when there's not much living left. On the last night of the Woodstock Festival in 1969, 4 men faced a vast audience as they offered only acoustic guitars and harmonics. Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young proceeded to cement their place in musical and cultural history. Peter Doggett has produced the first major biography of the band, if it was a band, chronicling the 4 singers' aggressive and competitive relationships, their astonishing pharmaceutical experiments, their almost always hurtful, often surely painful sexual adventures, and of course music that defined the culture and the politics of half a decade. This book defines an age that some of us regret was a little before our time. Finally, a novel from Alix Nathan, The Warlow Experiment, half Gothic horror, half Enlightenment experiment, fully in the tradition of Mary Shelley and Frankenstein. An 18th century squire aspires to science and so pays a desperate labourer to take part in a cruel experiment. The poor man must live comfortably in the basement of the manor house with the best books, the best food and the best wine, but absolutely no human company for 3 years. It's horrible.